Good day, this is the Professopher, CBMD PhD, and today is Thursday, December 22nd, 2022. It is 4:10 and 35 seconds, a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and today's research, coffee risk. So let's hop to it here. Drinking 2 or more cups of coffee daily may double risk of heart death in people with severe hypertension. Green tea, in contrast, did not increase mortality risk at any blood pressure level. Date December 21st, 2022. Source: American Heart Association. According to the Food and Drug Administration, an 8-ounce cup of green or black tea has 30 to 50 milligrams of caffeine, and an 8-ounce cup of caffeine has closer to 80 to 100 milligrams. The previous research found that drinking 1 cup of coffee a day may help heart attack survivors by lowering their risk of death after a heart attack and may prevent heart attacks or strokes in healthy individuals. In addition, separate studies have suggested drinking coffee regularly may reduce the risk of developing chronic illnesses such as type 2 diabetes and some cancers, may help to control appetite, may help to lower the risk of depression or boost alertness, though it is not clear if this effect is from the caffeine or something else in coffee. On the harmful side, too much coffee may raise blood pressure and lead to anxiety, heart palpitations, and difficulty sleeping. The study aimed to determine whether the known protective effect of coffee also applies to individuals with different degrees of hypertension and also examine the effects of green tea in the same population. As this is the first study to find an association between drinking 2 or more cups of coffee daily and cardiovascular disease mortality among people with severe hypertension. The high blood pressure, also known as hypertension, occurs when the force of blood pushing against the walls of blood vessels is consistently too high, making the heart work harder to pump blood. It is measured in millimeters of mercury, mmHg. The current blood pressure guidelines from the American Heart Association and the American College of Cardiology classifies hypertension as a blood pressure reading of 130/80 mmHg or higher. The blood pressure criteria for this study are slightly different from the American College of Cardiology, American Heart Association guidelines. Researchers classified blood pressure in the 5 categories: optimal and normal, less than 130/85 mmHg. The high normal 130 to 139 over 85 to 89 mmHg. Grade 1 hypertension 140 to 159 over 90 to 99 mmHg. Grade 2 160 to 179 over 100 to 109 mmHg. And grade 3 higher than 180 over 110 mmHg. High blood pressure measures in grade 2 and 3 were considered severe hypertension in this study. The study participants include more than 6,570 men and more than 12,000 women ages 40 to 79 years at the start of the research. They were selected from the Japan Collaborative Cohort Study for Evaluation of Cancer Risk, a large prospective study established between 1988 and 1990 of adults living in 45 Japanese communities. The participants provided data through health examinations and self-administered questionnaires assessing lifestyle, diet, and medical history. During nearly 19 years of follow-up through 2009, 842 cardiovascular-related deaths were documented. The analysis of data for all participants found drinking 2 or more cups of coffee a day was associated with twice the risk of cardiovascular disease death in people whose blood pressure was 160/100 mmHg or higher compared to those who did not drink any coffee. Drinking 1 cup of coffee a day was not associated with increased risk of death from cardiovascular disease across any blood pressure categories. The green tea consumption was not associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease mortality across any blood pressure categories. And these findings may support the assertion that people with severe high blood pressure should avoid drinking excessive coffee. Thus, because people with severe hypertension are more susceptible to the effects of caffeine, caffeine's harmful effects may outweigh its protective effects and may increase the risk of death. The study found that people with more frequent coffee consumption were more likely to be younger, current smokers, current drinkers, eat fewer vegetables, and have higher total cholesterol levels and lower systolic blood pressure, top number, regardless of the blood pressure category. The benefits of green tea may be explained by the presence of polyphenols, which are micronutrients with healthy antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties found in plants. The researchers noted that polyphenols may be part of the reason only coffee consumption was associated with an increased risk of death in people with severe high blood pressure, despite both green tea and coffee containing caffeine. The research has several limitations. Coffee and tea consumption were self-reported. Blood pressure was measured at a single point, which did not account for changes over time. And the observational nature of the study could not draw a direct cause and effect connection between coffee consumption and cardiovascular disease risk among people with severe high blood pressure. As further study is needed, researchers said to learn more about the effects of coffee and green tea consumption in people with high blood pressure and to confirm the effects of coffee and green tea consumption in other countries. And this is the Professopher, Professor of Microbiology, Bioinformatics, and Pathophysiology. This video was created for educational purposes only. Hope you enjoyed listening. Until next time, have a great day.